In the commentary of King of the Monsters, Michael Dougherty states that those who come to this Godzilla movie to be entertained are simply treading water in the shallow end of the pool. The deep end is reserved for those who are true Godzilla fans, who come for the deeper mythology of the monster. The two problems with this ideology are that firstly, he puts the mythology before the entertainment value of the film, because it's more interesting to him personally. And secondly, he's not following the previously established mythology, but a mythology of his own creation. What this means is that by not catering to shallow audiences who want monster fights, he alienated many casual filmgoers by not giving them the entertainment they came for. He also changed the mythology of Godzilla to suit his own idea of the monster, which isn't faithful to the original character. Godzilla's original character is the one that became ingrained in pop culture 60 years ago. Being a frightening force of nature and consequence of mankind's sins is what made him a household name. That and the series' iconic fights. Now in this film, with the character of Godzilla being altered and the monster action being cut back, all in accordance with Dougherty's vision, what we have left is essentially a fan fiction that lacks appeal with the average filmgoer, and in many cases, the average Godzilla fan. Godzilla films in general have notably not done well at the box office. They've mostly remained at a cult status in America. What the franchise needs right now is to keep the spirit alive and cater to the casual, shallow-end filmgoer. Give them a monster spectacle first, and mythos second. Dazzle and entertain them with the character that inspired a legacy that spanned 30 films. Build the hype and build the fan base. Now is not the time for Michael Dougherty to make the deep-end Godzilla film only he wanted. To do so is just pushing the franchise further into obscurity. But how can he be expected to understand the ramifications of his creative choices, with his head so far underwater? Okay, let's start this off with the Mothra awakening scene. Beautiful, isn't it? It almost washes away the taste of... Anyway, look how dazzling the effects are. Yeah, it's a good scene, but is it enough to wipe away the memory of... Oh, fuck it. Do I really have to talk about this AIDS-ridden nightmare of a film? You know what? I'm gonna mix it up. That's right, this channel is now all Battlefield clips. I'm dropping the film critique format for the sake of my own sanity. Isn't this better? Running and gunning with a shotgun. Ladies love the pump action. No more film talk here. No underdeveloped characters, no contrivances, no convolution, no grinding headaches, or nights spent sobbing into a bottle of Jack. Nope! Just all Battlefield. All the time! Isn't this better? Isn't it? Oh, fuck it, I'll do the review. Let's wrap up this turd sandwich. So as it turns out, Emma's plan to raise the ancient gods of Earth isn't going well, which is no surprise. Other monsters are arising all around the world, and we are given the bare minimum of screen time to see this, which is also no surprise. Even Mothra has arisen to do battle against evil, which is, well, you get it. Let me break down every Mothra appearance in Godzilla films. She sits out most of the movie, only showing up at the last battle. She fights the good fight for about a second and a half, then sacrifices herself, usually to power up another monster. Mothra, everybody! Hey, at least they got the Mothra twins reference in without hitting us over the head with it. Okay. Alright. Alright, we get it! Enough about the twins! I'm just glad we didn't get the obligatory 4-minute Mothra song to go with it. I always fast-forwarded through those parts as a kid. No! Oh, God, it's like a sonic weapon. I swear, they could use those noisy bitches to deter Somali pirates.
I want to bring it up to 125. You're still good. 125.
Also, it looks like Monarch has determined that 3-headed dragons that spit lightning aren't part of the natural order. And Ghidorah must be an alien! Oh my god! Seriously, can we get somebody more qualified to do the job down here? Oh, thank God. The military's here. And it looks like they decided to send a fleet of ships to have a conversation that could have just as easily been had over Skype. Remember how we did that like 2 minutes ago? You know, considering the world is in flames, you'd think these warships would be needed elsewhere, but nah, it's all good. I'm just happy that it looks like we're gearing up for a military battle with Ghidorah. Oh boy, I bet that'll be a spectacle. Something unforgettable and satisfying. Let's see that battle in its entirety.
Here we go.
Yep, that's worth the price of admission right there, huh? Ugh. I just want to point out the battleships in DC. Did you know that DC is almost a couple hundred miles from the ocean? Should I assume that everything between DC and the Atlantic is flooded? Would have loved to have seen any of that, you fuck.
It doesn't get any better. It just gets worse.
Anyway, it looks like Mark is going to leave this upcoming battle to more capable hands. He has to find his family. How will he do this? Well, he's gonna take a chopper and just go look. Somewhere. Seriously, bro? Ospreys are like Ubers that don't need a destination now? Where are you going, Mark? Oh, good. Mothra's here to show him the way so he can finish his story arc. I mean, he still needs to change his view of Godzilla, right? Well, apparently that already happened. Did you miss that? Me too. According to Dougherty, it was right here. When Mark heard Godzilla, the monster that killed his son, die. Godzilla's defeat inspired Mark's faith? I believe the quote was, "Mark finds his faith when God dies." That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But what do I know? I'm only swimming in the shallow end, right? Well, I'm excited to say it's time to finally dive into the deep end. But before we go, Monarch needs just one little thing.
How many nukes do you have?
I'm sorry, what?
How many nukes do you have?
What?
How many nukes do you have?
What?
How many nukes do you have?
Huh?
How many nukes do you have? How many nukes?
Yeah, I heard you. I just can't believe my fucking ears. How many nukes do you have? Like he's asking someone to bum him a bogey. And Serizawa's not even fazed by the question. Like his having access to nukes is a simple request. Dude, I saw what these people did with the Argo alone. What horrors can they wrought with a nuclear weapon? I wouldn't trust them with a peach. But fuck it. We're on our way to parts unknown with a nuclear weapon and a loose idea of how to use it. Awesome. Well, it's about time to talk about Deep End Dougherty and his Godzilla mythology. Now the whole film, we've been told that the Titans are ancient species and are viewed as the gods of nature. In order to achieve balance, we, humankind, need to learn to coexist with these titans. This coexistence is apparently our only hope of survival in this world of kaiju. However, after we've been told this over and over again, the writers hit us with this scene. A scene that directly contradicts the entire idea of the story. A scene that utterly shatters this mythology. Are you ready for this? That's right. What you're seeing is ruins. Ruins of an ancient civilization that followed the idea of Titan coexistence. And what became of this civilization? It was reduced to rubble. Erased from history. Lost to the depths of the ocean and time itself. What you're seeing are the remnants of what was Dougherty's best case scenario for Titan coexistence. I can't believe it. After all the talk of the importance of coexistence with Titans, we are then given direct proof that it doesn't work.
I think we should stop.
Too late. Do you understand that Serizawa's entire character is based around his desire for harmony between man and monster? And now he's cruising through the forgotten remains of his desired utopia? This revelation should bring him to his knees in despair. His entire life's work is a farce, the pursuit of a goal that's been tried and failed. And how does he react to this incredible revelation? He doesn't really. You think this would be a catalyst for his sacrifice in a few minutes to save Godzilla, but I guess not. Just like Tywin's son, we have another missed opportunity for character development. Is anyone else tired of these numerous mishandled concepts? It's gotten to the point now that the movie is contradicting itself. And once again, I don't care if this ancient civilization is explained in an online article or some novelization of the film. I'm going by what the movie shows me. And the movie shows me the central idea it's been building to is doomed to fail. And what's at the center of this monument to incompetent writing?
My God, Zilla.
But yeah. He's there, regaining energy after nearly being killed by the oxygen destroyer. I've had a few more thoughts on that since my last video. So let's talk about the oxygen destroyer now being in this universe. The oxygen destroyer has been used against Godzilla before, but the circumstances make all the difference. In the first film, Dr. Serizawa created the oxygen destroyer on his own. When he realized its potential to become the next atomic bomb, he decided to burn all his notes and use his only prototype to destroy Godzilla, the product of the atomic bomb. His weapon succeeded in killing Godzilla. However, Serizawa also took his own life along with the monster, taking the secret of the oxygen destroyer to the grave. A noble sacrifice for peace. But now, in this universe, the bomb is being developed by the American military, and since the writers hot potatoed it into the plot without any foreshadowing or explanation, we don't have any reason to believe they couldn't make more. This is what happens when you put fan service before the story. Essentially, in the Monsterverse, mankind has already developed a countermeasure that can absolutely defeat Titans. It crippled Godzilla, the king of the monsters, to the point it will take him years to recover. This is the first and only shot the military took at Godzilla in this film, and it was a knockout blow.
He's gone.
Now you'd think the oxygen destroyer is bad enough, but let me talk about this completely unprecedented recharge station Godzilla has. I have a few questions. Firstly, what the fuck? What is this place? Where is this molten radiation pouring from? How did primitive humans build it without being irradiated? How did Godzilla know how to use it? How would he get in and out without destroying all these structures? He doesn't seem to be one for worrying about property damage. It's all just so dumb. Don't add a new concept like this and then remove it immediately. You're just creating a vacuum in the plot, one that's distracting and needlessly complicates the narrative. Why does everything have to be so goddamn complicated in this movie? How about this? If the idea is to put the mythology of Godzilla before the action, then look no further than the Netflix anime trilogy. It's widely chastised for its lack of action, but the premise is what sold it for me. It's basically about the eventuality of Godzilla. In this universe, Godzilla is the end result of natural selection. He is Earth's alpha predator. When a monster uprising occurs in that universe, over the course of half a century, Godzilla wipes out every other monster on Earth and delivers such a devastating blow to the dwindling human population that only 15,000 people were able to escape the planet whilst the rest perished in his flames. That's right, he took the Earth. And when the humans returned in 20,000 years, they find that the entire planet's environment now caters purely to this true king of the monsters. This goes to show that the only way Godzilla knows how to enforce balance is by stomping everything flat. What stuck with me was how his relationship with mankind was described. A planet is a seed, and intelligent life is the plant that grows from it. It spreads like a weed until it eventually bears fruit in the form of a true monster, an apex species, a Godzilla. Think about that. That's some hardcore shit right there. Let me say it again. He is not our savior. He is our sins. He is not our defender. He is our destroyer. The movies have always maintained this simple and effective idea. Here's all you need to know. Godzilla is an ancient species that was mutated by atomic testing into the kaiju we know and love. He lives in the ocean, and from time to time, he comes on land to fuck things up. When he does, we find a way to repel him, he fucks off till next time. It's simple, stupid. You want a mythology? Listen to this.
Nature has a way sometimes of reminding man of just how small he is. She occasionally throws up the terrible offsprings of our pride and carelessness to remind us of how puny we really are in the face of a tornado, an earthquake, or a Godzilla.
Stop trying to change him to what you want. You're making him a weaker character. You cut his balls off by showing him get taken out by a single missile. You gave him an Achilles heel with this radiation recharge home base. And you're tying his hands behind his back by making him the good guy. Then you tell us we have to coexist with him, then show us it doesn't work. Because that's what Dougherty's Deep End is. A fucking cesspool of mismanaged ideas.